Hey guys, Geno Zero. This is going to be an entry into the Frog Toads Build Me Something contest. He wanted to see some simple woodworking with simple tools and making something out of it. So that's what we're going to do. And it don't get much more simple than what I do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a clock. And the clock that I make is going to be for my good friends at the Off-Grid Solar Cabin. They contacted me and said they would like a clock, so we're going to make them one. I'm using this as beech wood that we've been up after, and I just think it's a gorgeous wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a blank out of here with my chainsaw, right off of the end here where the grain is real pretty. And what I'm going to try to do is line up my saw bar with the straight cut that I made. That way you get a good straight blank. So here is the blank that we just cut. I love beech wood. It's got awesome designs in it and it's going to be gorgeous. And here in a little bit I'm going to show you how to cut another type of cut of wood that we're going to also make a clock out of. So give me a second, we'll be right back with you. Okay guys, the next cut that I'm going to make is I'm going to rip a couple of small boards out of this piece right here. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to do that also with my chainsaw, and I'll just show you how. Turn my bar this way. This beech is tough and hard, and it will definitely beat the crap out of your saw blade. Oh, I got to cut a little more on this side. There you go. We've got a pretty cool little square blank that we've ripped out of here that we can also make a clock out of. So next comes the sanding and the drawing knife. So we'll get to that here directly. Okay guys, I got it out here on the railing of my deck. I just screwed a little block here onto the end of the deck to make it a lip to where I can catch this piece so I can work my drawing knife. So I'm going to hand the camera here to my buddy, my neighbor Carl. He come over here to visit. And all we're doing is we're just taking our drawing knife and running it like this to try to smooth it out before we sand it. And anybody knows that I'm a big fan of my drawing knife. And plus it makes you a whole bunch of really good tinder to start fires with. So we are smoothing it out, getting all those rough cuts, those rough chain marks out from where the saw cut through it. Smoothing it out, making it all as uniform as we can. Before we get the sandpaper out and start sanding on it to smooth it all the way out. So once we get to the sanding part, we will get back with you and let you know. Okay guys, I've been sanding on these for a couple of days. A little sanding block here. I sanded it first with 80 grit or 80 grain, and I finished it off with 120, just kind of smooth it out a little bit. I'm not going to sand the backside of them just because it's the backside, and I think it kind of looks cool. You can tell where the chainsaw marks are and the rough cuts, and that it is in fact, you know, handmade. So I didn't want to bore the crap out of you guys with me doing a whole bunch of sanding and stuff, but here's what they look like after they're sanded. And now we'll take them in and we'll put a coat of oil on them. I don't know if this one's going to make it or not because it's cracked a little bit right here, and I'm not sure I like that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I mean, it may give it a little bit of character. We'll see how it looks after we get it oiled, and we'll see. This one here, I think that looks pretty nice too. So take them in the house, in my work area there, or actually I may just go get the oil and bring it back out here and do it out here. It's still kind of chilly. But anyway, the next step is to get them up a little bit oiled and a little bit stained, and we'll show you what they look like after that. Putting my oil on. This will clean all the extra little sawdust off of it. Give it a little bit of color. I always try to go with the grain, make sure that it gets it good and soaked in. Of course, I did all sides. This one here is, I already did this round one here as well. Put it all the way around so that it can soak in good. Just use an old rag. And this is some, they call it Danish oil. Not quite sure what all's in it. So there you go. We got a good coat of oil on them. Oil / stain. And we will now let them dry out for a day or so, and then we'll start putting the clockworks together on them. Okay guys, the oil dried for overnight, and it's the next evening. I went ahead and got one of my clock kits and went ahead and put the numbers on around where I wanted them. And I'm going to set the numbers on with a little bit of polyurethane. Just going to get a little bit and dab it onto the numbers. That will hold those numbers in place. And then once this dries here, then I will come back with another coat of poly over the top of all of them. Okay guys, we've had this is the third coat of polyurethane that I put on. It's got a hair in it. And I've already got this clock here completed. It's just a matter now of getting one of these clock kits. I get mine from Amazon. I have to put this on the back here, put it through the hole. It's got a little screw or a little nut right here to tighten up. And you just put your hands on it, your hour hand and your minute hand. And that will be completed. Then it's got a little bitty nut that goes on the end. And they'll tighten down this minute hand. Just like that. And you can put your second hand right into the center, and the clock is done. There you go, finished clock. This is going to be, like I say, for the Frog Toads contest. Oh, is that in the thing there? he wanted to show you, some simple woodworking projects, and it just doesn't get much more simple than that. Chainsaw, cut the wood, sand it down, put your numbers on, a little bit of polyurethane, and there you have it. Hope this works for you, Toad. Hope it wasn't too boring, guys. If it was, I apologize. But thanks for watching. God bless in the end. Buzz, buzz, the end.